Welcome to the Ice Cream Convos Podcast, where we serve delicious scoops of entertainment and celebrity news. It's your girl, Xaviera, and today I am back with a very, very special guest. So before we get started, I want to let everyone know, please, before we get started, share this live to let everyone know we are live, and tag your friends. Let everyone know today our special guest is Mr. Martell Holt of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So we're going to have a fun conversation and talk about the show and all the wild things going on. But before we get started, I have to bring the man of the moment in, and it is Mr. Martell Holt. Hello, Martell.
Hello there. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you here as well. I am a huge fan of the show. I've been watching since the show's inception. I'm a day one, so I'm team day one. And, I really love the show. I love the aspect that it brought in three couples on their dean, handling their business, making money, being where the money resides, because that's where we love to be. And I really enjoy the show. So as you can imagine, here we are in season 2, and a lot has changed. So I want to talk to you first about your ideas or what you expected actually going into reality TV. When you decided, you know what, we're going to do this show, what were your expectations?
Well, first, being a part of TV, that was never one of my goals or anything that I used to dream about, anything of that nature. So, it's kind of hard to really say what I envision it to be.
Okay.
Because I really didn't have any thoughts. Even, when we signed the contract, I really didn't know what I was really getting myself into. But when it comes to TV, it gives you a chance to showcase what you want to put out there, though, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. It's really up to you on what you want to put out there. But like I tell people now, it's up to the people or person on TV like myself to change up the narrative right now, because it has gone in a direction that I would not have wanted or have, seen it. I didn't see it coming this way. It's a lot of negativity right now, a lot of things to hurt my family and I that's out there. That's something I would not have wished for in a million years, regardless of money or fame or whatever. This is something I would not wish upon anyone. But it's up to me now to change the narrative. And, that'll be my focus going into season 3, because we're doing such an amazing job with season 2. Regardless of if it's good or bad, it's entertainment. And I would love for people to really understand that regardless if it's reality or not, it's entertainment. And, the editors, the creators, the cast, we all understand that, and we have to put forth effort for you guys to tune in and for me to have interviews like this. Because if it was a show that wasn't captivating, you guys wouldn't want to interview anyone. You guys wouldn't view the show or anything of that nature. So people need to realize that it is TV and it is entertainment, and we will be able to switch the narrative whenever we want to, though.
Yeah. Now, speaking of switching the narrative, the reason why I asked, anytime I talk to someone on reality TV, most times the perception is like, well, we were going in, this was the plan. And somewhere along the line, it just got diverted and it just went left or it just went right. Did you ever have any concerns, especially being a married man and being a couple? We've seen reality TV tear some couples up. Was that ever a concern of yours when going into the show? Or like you said, you kind of just went into it. You really didn't have any expectations, so you really didn't think about it? Or was that a concern for you? Just that they call it the reality TV curse. So did you have any type of apprehension or concerns about that? Or it was just, listen, all right, we doing it. Like, we here.
Yeah. It's funny because years ago, I guess you guys should be familiar with Carlos.
Yes, Mr. King.
So he asked Melanie and I years ago if we would love to have been on Atlanta Housewives.
Oh,
This is
Wow.
when we first met Carlos, and he immediately loved us, and I told him then I was like, no, I want to keep my wife, because I saw
Wow.
reality TV as more, kind of making it a lot more challenging for those who are married or in relationships to make it through. I'm not gonna say TV or reality TV destroys a family. I would just say it makes it a little bit more challenging. You know,
Yes.
and at that time, I said, no, I'm going to keep my wife because I saw that families and things were being torn apart and things of that nature. To only fast forward years later that we on a reality show and we are going through something similar to something that I did not want to go through years ago.
Yeah. So, Martell, full transparency, I got to apologize to you for the things I yell at my TV at you on Saturday night. I'm like,
I
let me
understand.
apologize to Martell because we got to start with a clean slate. But, one of the things that I will say that I do appreciate about you and Melody both is the fact that you are being transparent in a space where, I think about when my husband and I have a disagreement. I could not imagine the whole world being able to view that
Ooh,
disagreement.
I'm
Not
telling you.
even that, Martell, the whole world being able to chime in and give their opinions on said disagreement. So for you and Melody to be going through this, very difficult time, and it just breaks my heart to watch y'all. For y'all to go through this difficult time with all of the peanut gallery is what I call them
Yeah.
chiming in and all that. How does that affect you? Do you tune it out? Do you kind of keep one ear to the street to kind of hear what people are saying? Or how do you cope through being a reality TV star, going through this difficult time in your marriage and dealing with the public because the situation is public?
See, the great thing with me, I've never, I'm just, well, I've been in social media now for 2 years. And if I wasn't on TV, I probably would not be a part of social media. So, like to this day, I read very little comments.
Okay.
I don't allow friends to bring anything that they read or say. I don't allow them to bring that to me. So I might hear about something every now and then that's taking place, that's being said about me or whatever. But I have thick skin, which I think that anybody that's on TV that's being judged by millions of people, it's like you should have thick skin no matter what. You should understand that going into it, that everybody isn't built for this. And I thank God that I didn't see myself being a part of such something so chaotic, but I'm built for it.
Yeah. You
Because
have tough skin. You
yeah,
do.
I tune it out. And I guess too, what strengthens me too is just knowing that I have some beautiful children that I live for, that I work for, and things of that nature too. I'm telling you, they've helped me a great deal. You know,
Yes. Now,
they've helped me a great deal.
you and Melody have the most beautiful babies. And it's so
Thank
funny
you.
because my husband and I, we get into this little debate about who the kids look like. So I have come to the way I settled the debate, Martell, is I told my
Yeah.
husband, I said, Melody and Martell look alike. So that's why these youngins look. I cannot figure
This is
out.
those 14 years. Do your husband? Do anybody say you guys look alike?
Yeah, yeah. But he'll never be this pretty, Martell. He just, nah.
Hey, he better not.
No, he is very, very handsome. I love my baby,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah. So I look at these babies and I'm like, okay, no, okay. Mariah looks like Martell. No, 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 no. Now, one thing is for certain: they all got your ears. Those
Yeah.
ear, oh, adorable, right? But it's just so cute, and I really love. I recently started following you on social media because for a minute I was like, usually when I watch reality TV, I try not to follow the person on social media.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing, but I know sometimes things just get weird on social media. So I try to keep that
Thank you,
boundary.
man.
And I started following you and I was just I guess the best thing to say is it kind of warmed my heart just to see what a hands-on dad you are.
Yeah.
You and Melody are great parents to your babies, and I just love to see you in that element. And it was refreshing to see that because, Saturday night, Loving Marriage Huntsville, that's the turn up, Martell. And then we
Yeah.
get to see this beautiful father being, with his beautiful kids, and you're so dedicated and you're so in. And my personal favorite is when you were combing the baby's hair and the baby was mad and you was like,
Oh
oh,
my
but that
God.
slick down was on that
Oh
slick
my
down.
God. And
So
and all of this is so real. You know, I hear some people would say like, don't be doing that for Instagram. But no, I've always been a hands-on father. I mean, it goes back to I used to even babysit like cousins and stuff like that. You know, so I
yeah,
love children. You know, it's I don't know, just I mean, I just love kids. You know, and so it was a treat for me to have my own kids. You know, I showed them so much
yeah,
love, and I've taught them so much. And you know, we teach them so much. You know, in terms of um, I guess the people that we want them to grow up to be. You know,
yes,
um, you know, I, I would tell someone I don't want my kids to be like me. You know,
hmm,
I've learned, I've gained wisdom going through different trials and tribulations and things like that, ups and downs. I don't want my kids to go through that. I don't want my kids to look at me and everything that I've done or been through and you know imitate that. No, I'm gonna teach them
right.
on how I want them to be. You know, and we've been doing a pretty good job. You know, even though we've been going through this turmoil, but no, no, you don't want your kids to go through or do the things you do. You teach them how you want them to be, you know?
Absolutely. And as parents, we always strive to have our children be greater than us and be better than
Period.
us and not to
Period.
pick up the traits, and especially, oh, you'd be like, oh God, he acting just like me. Those,
Some things
it
is
makes it,
inevitable, you know?
it is. But the things that we can control, it is very important that we try to instill great values in our children. I want to ask you this. Because you're on reality TV and it's documented, do you have any concerns about, the things that you and Mel are kind of going through on television? Do you have any concerns because it's documented that maybe the babies later on down the line, they may be come across some of it or see some of it down the line? Is that a concern for you at all?
I tell you, the world we live in is a major concern for me. You
Yeah.
know, it's so much more going on in our society, with our culture. Um, just I mean, we all go through something. I mean,
Yeah.
our country is going through something. The world, we all going through something in life. You know, like I say, the best thing for Melanie and I is to be the best parents that we can. We're gonna
Yeah.
go through stuff. We're gonna go through it, but um, we just have to be good parents. I mean, and no, it bothers me that we are going through certain things, and it's also being displayed to how many other people who watches it.
Right.
But this little snippet in our lives, it shall pass.
Hmm.
It being documented, we're going to do so much more greater in our lifetimes that this would not even be a part of what our kids will even think about watching. You know, we're going to do so much more
Absolutely.
great in life, that so many kids can learn from, that people can learn from. So it doesn't bother me. It doesn't. It doesn't, because we display great characteristics for our children to, like, to grab hold of and go forward with. So
Now, I know that reality TV is kind of taped, like it could be months before
that's
we actually
accurate.
see it.
Right.
So, I always want to ask people with reality TV, especially when they're going through something that's kind of trying,
Yeah.
the time that is filmed versus now, how does that impact the growth or the strive towards closure or
Ooh.
piecing things up? Yeah,
You
listen,
already know,
you
don't
would
you? You
you with
know.
a real one right now,
You
Martell.
know
You with
what's
a
up.
real
Oh
one.
my
You with a
God.
real one now today, Mr.
Okay.
Martell.
Listen.
Okay.
It's like
Okay.
we go through a situation right now. We fight it out, and we start trying to grow. 2 months later, this thing come on TV,
Mm,
and you relive it. So that's some of the battle that Melody and we had. Just say first season. We had ups and downs, and next thing you know,
yeah.
it comes on TV, and now it's like now her friends is viewing it. Now because Melody, she is very in tune with her fans. She's very in tune with the
Hmm.
comments and things of that nature. But I remember the things I always used to say, "Hey, Mel, look, don't read the comments. Like, stop the comments." 5 minutes later, she read the comments, and now we into it. And I'm
Oh,
like, dang. But yeah, so that's a tough one right there, because you relive certain things. And me, like, I
absolutely.
haven't even watched the show. I
Oh, you
haven't watched the show.
haven't.
I have not.
So let me tell you what happened last Saturday. So y'all had went out to this dinner, right? Listen,
Okay.
you was trying to mind your black-owned business, right?
Okay. Okay.
And then somebody's mama showed up. Her name Wanda, right? And then she
I
showed
seen
up.
all them snippets.
See, and you was minding your business, Martell. You had came in, you sat down, you looked nice. And we'll talk about your fashions in a little bit too, because that blouse you had, you was working the the founding fathers look. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Oh, and somebody sent me something about Funky the Neva too, that he tore me up. You know Funky the Neva?
Oh yes.
Oh my God.
Funky Dineva is hilarious.
That drag queen tore me up. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him.
Now you better leave Funky Dineva alone. But so yes, but no. I want to talk to you a little bit about that too, because there are moments where we are absolutely human.
Yeah.
Whether cameras are rolling or not. And one time that you can really get me to be real superhuman to the point where, it might be some blue lights outside is when you talk about my children.
Yeah.
And you play around with my children. And last Saturday, I saw you be extremely human. I was like, Martell, going back in there and just eat some hors d'oeuvres, Martell. But, there are a lot of different variants on the show that, you're dealing with what's going on with Melody. You have the situation with the Scotts and I want to give you credit for something.
And we're really filming too.
Oh, yes.
So I have to tell people too that, because, a lot of people come like, Martell, you're going to talk to this person, that person, that person. The real Martell for real, I don't go talk to nobody. Martell loves to be at home and have a conversation with somebody. It'd probably be about one person,
Right.
But I want people to realize that, it's entertainment, and people need to realize that. I won't go and talk to 4 or 5 people about what Melanie and I are going through. No, yeah. I don't do that. My real world is more. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I know my apologies for interrupting, but I just had a quick question. Does that kind of take you out of your comfort zone when you have to do things like that? Okay.
That's when you guys see frustration. That's when you guys see a person that's not me for real. I mean, for real. And I'm not afraid to say that. I might get a phone call after once this is viewed. I don't know, but yeah, that's not me. It takes me out of my element.
Yeah.
That's why I'll be ready to punch somebody in the nose, because I'm already out of my element. And then y'all talking crazy. Yeah. I don't accept that. Season 1, y'all saw like Martell being humble or whatever, but no, I mean, arrogant. If that's what it is, that's Martell. And I don't let people talk to me any kind of way. I don't let people treat me any kind of way, because wholeheartedly, I have a good heart. I treat people good, kind. I forgive people. And I just expect people to treat me the same way that I treat them,
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that I wanted to speak to you about, because I wanted to give you some kudos, because I don't particularly agree with everything that's going on, in your marriage, but it's not my marriage, right? I'm just a spectator.
Exactly.
I'm a spectator, right?
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily. So when I see things, I just yell at you through the TV, like, "Oh, Martell, come on, bruh."
And I be hearing you too.
And that's what I do. But at the end of the day, I realize when I turn the TV off, and I do realize that reality TV, there's a certain level of entertainment. You have to keep the viewers engaged. You have to keep, you have to keep it juicy, so to speak. So I do understand that. Now, sometimes I get like, Martell, no, Martell, no, go sit down, Martell. No, Martell, don't say that. But at the same time, I do want to take an opportunity to commend you, because I did, and I have saw that you are taking measures to show I've seen growth in you. When you went to the Scotts and you came in peace, to me, that was growth. Because the last time you walked up on Marcel, he was like, "What's up, bitch?" So when you came in, and when you came to I guess it was like their little construction site, and you came in with a extended hand, and you opened that door in order for them to piece it up, for you all to piece it up. And I thought that was a beautiful, great moment for you to show another side of you, because, of course they always intensify the salacious side, but I appreciated seeing that. I appreciated seeing you.
It's so crazy, and that's Martell. That's Martell. If you were to come over here and, I don't know, you follow me for a few days, you'll see that. Oh wow, this is Martell. This is the person Melody was married to for 13 years and extremely happy to be married to him. This is him, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Entertainment. TV.
Entertainment. What do you
Yeah.
want people to know about you? Because I mean, you kind of spoke on it a little bit, but what do you want people to know about you that they would never, or more than likely it might go over their heads, or they may not be paying attention to know about Martell that we don't see on Love and Marriage Huntsville?
Well, to me, it's not even about what I want people to know because I don't,
I know you. I know you
I
don't.
don't
I
give
know
a
you don't care.
damn because all y'all gonna have your view me how you want to
Yeah.
view me, and only way you would know differently if you were to come over here and meet me and like, or even talk to some really good friends of mine. You follow me?
Yeah.
Good
Yes.
friends of mine know the character of Martell. So it's nothing that I care to even try to
Yeah.
have anyone like, oh, that, no, because people go around with shit no matter what, and,
Well, that's
I've
true.
seen that and too, I guess some of the better things for me to do at times is to shut my mouth. I guess I'll be talking to you like
we're gonna
that,
make a
but
hashtag Martell hush.
hush.
Hush Martell. Just hush.
See, a lot of those times I'm out of my element, and sometimes I don't know how to handle certain situations being out of my element like that.
Yeah.
And it's almost like, okay, well, shit, well, let me entertain, you know?
Has there been a moment on the show that you wanted to call Carlos like, dog, can you just scrap that? Like, I don't even want that out. Has there been a moment like that? Or you're just like, you know what? This is me. This
Yeah,
is what it is. They
yeah,
gonna get
yeah,
it.
yeah. And I did do that. Guess what he said?
What?
Martell, we cannot scrap season 1 and season 2, brother. I'm like,
Not the
Carlos,
whole
come on,
season,
man. Please, the
Martell.
entire season, Carlos. He said, Martell, we got about $100 million into this. I said, okay, I got you, brother. I got you.
Now, would you be open to a season 3 and just continuing the story? Or like, where are you at as far as how you feel about reality TV? Are you open to going into additional seasons? If you don't feel comfortable answering that, that's cool, because I know,
Yeah.
how networks and things of that nature work. But are you comfortable or open to continuing additional seasons? Because outside of the drama, outside of the nonsense, outside of the madness, it's still, I love seeing Black folks doing great things, and it's the entrepreneur in me, just seeing you guys go out here and you're handling your business and you're doing all of these great things. So I love that aspect of the show. I just really do. But
Yeah.
as far as your sanity is concerned, and the overall well-being of your family, how do you feel about doing additional seasons of reality TV?
Of course, I'm open. And the amazing thing about the show, though it has its turns and edits and all of that, it's still up to, say, me or the cast to put out what you want the world to see, though. In dealing with Love and Marriage Huntsville, which I think is an amazing reality show, it's the closest thing you're going to get to actual reality. Nothing is scripted. The only thing is, they'll put you in certain situations.
Yes. I
Yeah,
had a friend who was on Love and Hip Hop, right? And she told me, and this is how I really got some inside scoop on how reality TV works.
yeah.
And, you don't have to confirm. You can just kind of blink, nod your head, fix your brim, right? She said, well, with Love and Hip Hop, she said she would literally just receive information, be dressed in this particular attire, be ready at this particular time. A car will be picking you up. Sometimes she didn't even know where she was being dropped off. So she would end up being dropped off at a listening party for someone she doesn't like. And, and the cameras are rolling, So I do know that sometimes it's not necessarily scripted, but they will set a scene and drop you in it. Almost like looking at somebody through the fishbowl just to see how they will react. If you put Martell at the dinner in his blouse and, bring in... Put Martell at the dinner in his blouse, and we're going to send Miss Wanda in, who wasn't even invited, and let's see what happens. So things like that.
Yeah.
As it, they create these atmospheres.
I don't know about all that though. I
Okay.
don't
Oh
know
yeah,
about
Martell like,
all that.
no, no,
Yeah,
no, no,
yeah.
no, no,
I'm looking forward to season 3. Okay.
Okay. All right. That's what we will do. That's what we will do.
Oh yeah,
But
but dealing with Love and Marriage Huntsville, it's we're open. I mean, it's real.
yeah,
They just come feel my lives. You know,
absolutely.
yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate you talking to me today. And it's so funny because when I put your photo up and I was like, yeah, Martell is coming to the Ice Cream Convos podcast, it was just popcorn, 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 popcorn. And I'm like, what is Martell doing in interviews? Why is everybody putting up popcorn? Because they know it.
Acting out. And right now they're like, girl, you better ask me something else, girl. Let's go. Ask me
No.
something else. Where the juicy questions at?
Yeah, no. Listen, I operate in a space of respect and
I
I
appreciate
operate in
that.
a space, and I appreciate you as well. I mean, we all see it play out,
Yeah,
on
yeah,
TV on Saturday nights. There's no reason to try to stick in knives or snatch off scabs of that nature. So
yeah.
I just appreciate you taking the time to come talk to me because I am a huge fan of the show. I'm a huge fan of Melody. I'm a huge fan of yourself. And I really, really enjoyed the
We
show.
appreciate that.
Yes, absolutely. So I always ask this. If someone did not watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, what would you tell them would be a good reason why they should tune in?
Well, first, we have the business aspect of Love and Marriage
Hmm.
Huntsville. You can learn about real estate, which I think is like a number one way to make money and in the world. Real estate. You can learn a lot. We all in real estate. We've been in real estate for years. And then, secondly, everybody's gonna be in a relationship. You don't know what you're gonna go through in life or in your relationship. So I feel that this show is very educational when it comes to business and personal, and it's just a lot to learn. And I feel this probably is like the only show that you'll be able to get everything all in one show. And it's to the extreme on both. You got Marceau doing a $10 million project over here, and then you got the hosts trying to get that shit in order. With their marriage. And next thing you know, we jumping off with the real estate too. So it's like you get everything in one. You can learn. It's very educational. So I would definitely say tune in to Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Absolutely. Now, one more question before you go. What is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
So I love chocolate. Yeah, I love chocolate. What is my, oh my gosh. I wanted to tell you my favorite ice cream, but anyway, yeah. Me and Malia, which is Boss Baby, our favorite is
Yes.
the chocolate. Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Okay. I
yeah.
can work with chocolate. I can work with chocolate. Well, I definitely thank you for stopping by and just taking
Hold on,
time
hold
to.
on. I gotta ask you, why? What's up with that question?
What, with ice cream conversation?
Oh,
We're ice cream.
I'm sorry.
Martell.
I'm sorry.
Martell. Martell.
Also, did I
we
hold on? Did I answer correctly by actually giving you a real flavor of
Yes.
ice cream? Oh, okay, okay,
Yes. I
okay, okay.
always ask my guests what their favorite flavor of ice cream is because we're Ice Cream Conversations where we serve delicious scoop of entertainment and celebrity news. See what we did right there,
Okay.
Martell?
What's your favorite flavor?
Butter pecan. I'm from New
Okay.
Jersey, so I grew up saying butter pecan, but when I talk to
Ah,
guests, I have to try to be, butter
very.
pecan. But I'm
Oh
butter
yeah,
pecan.
that's
I
what I'm
like butter
talking about.
pecan. I like butter pecan.
Well,
But
cool, cool.
yes, so I definitely appreciate you taking the time today, just to talk to us. You are always welcome to come back to the show
Thank
and
you.
talk with us some more. So I just thank you so much. And I wish you and Melody well. And I hope that things can get to a great place, in some type of resolution.
Most
And
definitely.
maybe season 3 will be a reconciliation. I'm gonna speak it into the mighty name of Jesus. See what we did right there.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you so much, Martell. You have a fantastic day.
You too. Thank you and enjoyed it.
All right. Thank you. Bye
All right.
bye.
All right. Bye.
All right, ICC friends, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I know I've seen some of the comments and, I guess some of you wanted me to be messy, but that's not how we operate here. I am a fan of the show. I'm a fan of the Holts as a collective, and I wanted to speak to Martel about the show and about some of the things that he has going on. So I am always respectful, and I will talk to Martel the same way I would want someone to talk to me, especially when I'm going through a difficult time in my life that is being televised in front of everyone. So I appreciate all of you for tuning in today. Please tune in to Love and Marriage Huntsville. It comes on every Saturday night on OWN. And if you have not been watching, you will definitely enjoy this show. I recommend that you go back to season 1 so you can see the evolution of the cast members. And thank you for always supporting Ice Cream Convos, where we serve delicious scoops of entertainment and celebrity news. And we will be back on Monday at 5 p.m. for the live taping of the Ice Cream Convos podcast. So have a great day, guys, and be blessed. Love you. Bye.